All right, welcome into the round pen this afternoon with Jacob. And this is Yvonne. This is actually his mommy, his owner. And Yvonne's also one of my interns, and so she's going to do a fair amount of the work over the next few weeks that we're going to be doing with him. And I hope you can see the progress that he's already making. He's not snorting like he did that first day. He's already starting to calm down. And so the goal today, hopefully, is we're going to try to lay this horse down, just see how he handles it. And so for now, I'm going to ask Yvonne to go get behind the camera and follow me around. And then once I get him laid down, assuming that I do, if I get him on the ground, then I will have her come in and do some of the work that we'll do when he's on the ground. So the first thing I want to do, if you watched yesterday's video, I worked with his legs, got him where he wasn't so flinchy and whatever about his legs. He's still a little bit, but it's way better. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is this, is I'm going to tie up his front foot here like this and let him figure out, and I have no idea if he's had any of this done before. Do not know. But I just want him to see that he can take this and it's not that big a deal. Okay, ask him to move here. Okay. Okay. All right, I didn't tie it up very well. So now we're about to get some snort coming here, I think. All right, so let me do it again because he jumped out of that. Okay, so why is he fighting this so much? Number one, he doesn't know what I want him to do. And he's quivering there again. He doesn't know what I want him to do, but also his instinct tells him that he's prey and I'm a predator. And the most vulnerable position that he could ever be in is on the ground, helpless, unable to move with the predator over top of him. So everything in his instinct says, do not lay down. You will die. And yet I'm telling him, you're okay. You're okay, buddy. Yeah, you're okay. And this horse really needs this. He really needs to understand we're not going to hurt him. Okay. Okay. So I was wrong, Yvonne. He's not going down easy. I misjudged him a little bit. Okay. Oh, that wasn't good. I don't know what I tripped over. I have been known to trip over my own spurs before. Probably just tripped on the ground there. Okay. Okay. So I just popped him because I want him to know he doesn't get to jump on top of me. Okay. Okay, I was really wrong about him, Yvonne. As far as He's being a tough cookie. And the only thing that tells you is how much fear he has. That's all it means. The longer he resists, the harder he fights, the more afraid he is. Okay. Okay, so if I don't get him down in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to quit for the day because I'm about to wear out here. And so is he. So I want you to just rub. Good. So I know y'all can't see his eyes, but the eye that's up, his right eye, he's only got it about 1/4 of the way open, okay? And what that is, it's kind of a death rattle kind of thing. Because he's still not convinced he's going to live through this. He probably thinks right now is when she's going to come in and start tearing his guts open and eating him. Okay? And I know that sounds like hyperbole or exaggeration, but it's not. This is why you go, what's wrong with Fluffy? He's so afraid every little thing. Because he's a horse, he's not human. Okay? And he thinks as a prey animal and you're predators. And so we've got to help him understand that's not how this works with us. Okay? There. All right. Good. So we'll just take our time here. You might, Yvonne, be able to loosen that lead rope a little, let him get his head up a little, but be careful because he may try to jump up when you do. So just real easily reach over and see if you can kind of loosen that just a little bit. You may not be able to. Yeah, he's probably laying on it. If you can't, that's okay. We'll leave it. But I was just kind of wanting to take a little pressure off him if we could. Okay, just rub all the way on up to his head, his ears, his muzzle. Good. Good boy. Yeah, rub his belly a lot because the horse's vulnerable spots from predators are the jugular and the belly. If a mountain lion gets his claws into his jugular or his guts, then he's done. And again, it's instinct. His instinct tells him he's got to protect those areas. Rub, rub, rub. There you go. And if you slide off, Yvonne, it's not that big a deal, really. Yeah, you can just stay right there. And also, if you can, rub your hands down his legs. Rub his legs. I'm watching his breathing in his eyes. His eyes almost close, which is really kind of what we want to see. It really is. I want to see that level of submission, of just saying, I'm okay. And he's not holding his breath, which a lot of horses do. Which, just like people, if we hold our breath, it's because we're anticipating something bad's about to happen. And he's not holding his breath. His eyes are not wide. Okay, why don't you do this? Reach your left hand up there and gently cover his eye so he can't see. There. Just hold it there for a minute or two and see what happens. See if you feel him relax at all. So kind of the opposite, wasn't it? He tried to lift his head. Okay, go ahead and take it off. Okay. All right, so I'm happy with that. Go ahead and gently kind of stand back up, slowly. Be aware that he might jump up, so just kind of be on your toes, so to speak. Okay. Now what I'd like you to do is just very slowly stay about 4 or 5 feet away from him and start walking around him. Yeah, kind of about that far. Real slow. And I had a feeling that was going to bother him, and it did. Just keep doing it. Okay. So see, now you look like a predator coming at him when he's the most vulnerable. But also, he knows you. He's your horse. Keep walking. Just act like you didn't notice that he's set up. He's licking and chewing really hard, which means he's starting to relax a bit from all the stress. A bit. Okay, now, gradually, about 3 or 4 inches per round, gradually start getting closer to him. So, you know, folks, I've had a lot of interest in this series with this horse, probably more than most. And I was kind of thinking, well, why is that? And I think it's because a lot of you guys have horses kind of like this. You know, you can saddle them, you can ride them, sort of, but when you get on them, you can just tell that horse is not okay. So I think that's the reason I've had so much interest in this series. So just stay with us and we'll keep working with him, keep getting him better.